Yo, it's your boy Limio back at it again. The next Tribe 9 update is dropping on March 13th, and we've got some big changes coming. I'm talking a new character, a fresh event, and a low-key meta shift. So let's break it all down so you know exactly what's coming before the patch drops. Alright, first things first, servers are going down for maintenance from around 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. GMT. So if you're mid-game when it starts, your progress will be gone, so do not risk it. So if you're wondering when the update actually drops, here's the breakdown. For me, I'm in Bangkok, so that'll be around 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. West Coast, you're looking around March 12th around 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. And East Coast, you're looking around March 13th to 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. Central Time, you can figure it out yourself. So pretty much, if you're in the US, you're gonna wake up to this update while I'm over here in Bangkok testing it as soon as possible. Alright, so let's talk about the highlight of the patch. We got Kazuki Aoyama, aka the Azure Streak. He's pretty much a melee focused character that can shield your teammates, pull off extra attacks under certain conditions, and he has solid break damage, a good competitor to Yo. Basically, if you're an aggressive player, this dude is built for you. Now, I will say this, because I did play him a bit when he became a guest character in Chapter 2. He's not that great for boss fights or long fights. His little battery mechanic, or whatever you want to call it, is pretty limited, which is why I think he's solid for mobbing, but kind of mid for sustained fights. Now, here's the thing. He's a limited time character. As of now, we don't know if limited banners will ever join the regular banner like in solo leveling. So expect this to be a Honkai Star Rail situation where if you miss out, you might not see him for a long time. But let's be real. We don't know yet if he's going to be busted or mid in the full release. So maybe wait a day or two for testing to come out before you blow all your resources. So since we're talking about pulling, we have two new synchro events dropping. One is the Azure Streak, which you can pick up Kazuki in and some other characters. Now, my personal guess, I think this banner might be store related. So I wouldn't be surprised if you see characters like Oi or Mita pop up. They got a little more screen time in the recent chapters, so that's kind of my prediction there. As for the banner for the tension card Precious Memories, it includes the new 3-star things to hold on to. We have zero information on this card, so I can't tell you if it's a pull or a skip, but with the new tension card update, this might be viable for Kazuki or even future builds for other characters. Speaking of that, let's talk about the biggest gameplay change, quality of life updates. Now, these features are going to change the game dramatically, especially this first card, tension card changes. Now, coming straight from the patch notes, it's saying most tension cards no longer consume tension when used. A lot of people had issue with this. By a lot of people, I mean me. I couldn't justify using some really good cards because they just took up too much tension, which meant I couldn't use my ultimate, and I can't pick between both of them. They're just so good. Now, since most won't drain tension, this will completely change how we play certain characters. Now, I did mention most tension cards. We don't have the list of the full changes, but I personally think that powerful EX cards will still require at least some tension, but maybe with a slight reduction, because it would be too broken without it. Like, for example, I have the card Gotta Be a Man right now. If you use a strategy ability for any character, Yo, Inoki, or it doesn't matter, you create a field that gives everybody in that circle 60% attack boost. Now, it jumps to 120% if they have the unbending effect, and with this new tension update, it's so much easier to get it since other cards will give you unbending. And then I mentioned that's only when the card is level 30. When the card is maxed out to level 50, you can get upward to 200% attack increase in the right conditions. Cards like that, I can understand if they need to be balanced. But overall, I see this as a great change. Too many people like me were kind of just debating on tension cards versus ultimate, and now you don't have to. There's so many cool abilities with tension cards like kinship and all this other stuff that I couldn't use, mostly because I would just waste too much tension. So that's also a big reason why I have been posting a lot of guides, because I don't see the point of posting these recent guides if the whole system is about to change in literally a few days. So be on the lookout for that. Next up, in quality of life changes, daily challenges and delivery request buttons. Yes, no more running back to happy workers to get your deliveries and to do your dailies. You can actually just accept all your quests and report them straight from the menu. Now, me personally, I didn't mind it as much because it doesn't take that long to kind of get to these places. But for some people who want to do their dailies every single day, get in, get out, this is perfect. Sometimes you just don't want to go all the way back. Saves time, quality of life. I don't think anybody here is complaining about it. Cool. Next up in quality of life, we have skip button for story mode. I don't know why this was so much controversy. I'm just gonna take the YouTuber Vulcan stance on it. If the skip button wasn't here before, I wouldn't have cared, but since it was before, why remove it in the first place without a good enough reason? There's different walks of people who play this game. Some people just want to speed learn the dialogue, fine. Some of us enjoy the story. This is one of the few gacha games where I do enjoy the story. Some of us just want to pull and grind and just play the game. Let people play how they want. One thing about Tribe 9, it's not a multiplayer game. It's not this. It's purely story. Why should you force somebody to watch the story if they just want to spend money, pull, make builds? That's how I play Honkai Star Rail. I don't know anything about the story, but I have over 300 hours and I enjoy building my characters. That's all that matters. And I'm still waiting for a legit skip button. Plus, this makes it easier for me because I want to make a free-to-play account, but I don't want to redo a lot of content that's going to take too long to get to, all the boss fights and all the other stuff. So yeah, this is a big W. Next up in the quality of life updates, we have 60 FPS for mobile users. This sounds cool until your phone turns into a portable heater. That's just me. Use at your own risk. Nah, but for real, I know Reddit was begging for this. Me personally, I got big hands. I got it from my mama. So playing on the iPhone 6S ain't it. But hey, good for those who wanted it. But honestly, these are some solid changes. The tension card update alone is going to shake up the meta immensely. Next up, we have a new side story, Lux-Phantasma. Yes, we got a new side story dropping March 20th, a week after the update, focused on Semba, and it's looking like it's actually a rhythm game inside of Tribe 9. My years of raw pen are finally gonna pay off. I personally love rhythm games. I'm so hyped for this. But hey, Tribe 9 is switching things up early, which is a good sign. But my main concern was that the events were going to be boring boss fights or just automated XP battles, but they're already changing up with a rhythm game to start off. Hats off to you guys. So overall, the patch is looking pretty good. We got a new character, new event banner, a side story, and some much needed quality of life updates. But devs, if you're watching this, the real quality of life update we need are equipment filters. Please, we get so much gear in this game and sorting it is painful. Please help me. But guys, what do you think? Is this a W or an L patch? Drop a comment. Let me know if you're pulling for Kazuki or skipping. Me personally, unless someone pays me, I'm not pulling for my mans. It's not worth it. I'm saving it. I'm good. Also, I realized that 99% of the people that watch my videos are not subbed up. So hit that like button and hit that sub button for more Tribe 9 updates. All right, that is it. Catch y'all next time. And as always, welcome to the Marination.